2025 marks the 40th anniversary of our beautiful Silver Eagle, the #1 silver dollar in the world today. And if you go back to 1986, year one, they made two coins, the uncirculated coin, or what they call the bullion coin, which is very, very collectible. And then they make the special proof, collector proof. That's just a given. Now, throughout the history, this 40 years, there's a couple of sets, a couple of coins that are just outright wow. My favorite is, well, the first time in U.S. mint history where the mint mark of Philadelphia, the P, is placed on a silver dollar is in this series. And tonight, we have them. Here we go. So they introduced it in 1986. San Francisco struck the first 7 years of issue. And then in 1993, they moved everything to Philadelphia to print the proof Silver Eagle. Not uncommon that they would move, but the unique thing was, up until this point in history, there was never a P mint mark put on our dollars, ever, even if it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. If you just saw the coin with no mint mark, you knew it was Philadelphia. So for the first time in history, they add the mint mark on a silver dollar. That's the 1993. And then uniqueness of it all, if you look at the 40-year history we have, and look at all the vintage coins. And the vintage era goes back about a decade, and then basically the first 30-odd years. All the S's, all the P's, all the early W's. How many, how few? That 1994 is the coin. It is the coin. Right? In 1986, they made a little over 1 million proofs, and we averaged between 700,000 and 800,000 from the late 1990s to the early part of the 2000s. We settled out somewhere in the middle, 500 or 600 of thousands made. But that 1994 is the set. #1 in rank with only 372,168. That is the number. Period. It is the number. My competition sells that set by itself for $257. That W proof silver, that Philadelphia proof Silver Eagle from 1994. Now, the other thing you're noticing on your screen is the fact that they changed packaging between 93 and 94. They didn't do it in 92 to 93 when they were moving from San Francisco to Philadelphia. They changed it year two. So the early, the 93, has the purplish maroon box. And then they changed to the blue box in 1994, and that's still what we see today. You can see how they changed the certificate style as well. From the Silver Eagle on it to a more superimposed thought. This is how they actually were released. So if you want to have the first silver dollar in U.S. history struck with the Philadelphia Mint mark, you're looking at it here on the left. Right there. Above the word fine silver on the reverse. At about 7 o'clock. Using it as a dial. Beautiful. Competition's at $175 on that. Or give or take $50 less. Same exact, very competitive coin. Both of these years are. Because they're the keys. Now, the other thing, which I didn't mention yet, but it's important to note, is the fact that I referenced the lowest of the mintage was the 94 at 372,000. And it ranks as the key set over the last 40 years. #2, are you ready? Yeah, 405,913, that's the 1993. So they rank high with very few sets. And it was kind of one of these unique crescendos, right? You start really strong with something new in 1986, and they were at 1 million when they first came out. They slowly started going down. So the U.S. Mint changes mints to see if we can't spur activity. And it didn't make a difference. It went down even further. People just didn't know. They weren't advertised really well. Plus, it was the early 1990s, and we were buried everywhere else. Then in the late 1990s, we start driving up again. 600,000, 700,000, 800,000 sets, and it stays that way for about 20 years. I mean, today still we're making over 400,000 sets, 400,000 silver eagles on a regular basis. It's the coin. It's the silver dollar. But tonight we bring in just the uniqueness in play of the first 7 years are San Francisco. Then we have Philadelphia from 93 to 2000. Then we have West Point from 01 to the present. The 25s were just released recently. And then since 2017, we have seen the S-Mint as a second coin come out into the fray. So we have 2 proof silver eagles every year now. But we're going here on, well, outright rarity, outright firsts, and outright value. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. So the 1993 is the first Philadelphia, period. It is the first silver dollar to ever have a mint mark, period. It is number 2 in mintage figure with 405,000 struck. And my competition is at 175. The coin next to it is the Holy Grail in the Proof Silver Eagle series. The regular issue piece, only 372,000 and change. It is also a Philadelphia. It also has the P Mint mark. My competition have that one at 257. We're only at 179.95 tonight. Crazy opportunity. But it's all about Philadelphia as a mint mark. And again, they were from 93 to 2000. That's when they were actually struck with this beautiful P Mint mark on them. But the 2 keys to the series are the first ever, the 93, and then the rarest ever, 40-year history, 94. Lots of people on the phones. Do we have other sets? We have them all. Visit us at avccoins.com. You'll love it. But tonight, the value on the rarities right here as you see it.